Welcome back, everybody, to the Pokemon SoulSilver playthrough. This is part 27, and we're going to be fighting ourselves Red Gyarados. Red, shiny Gyarados. Because it's the shiniest of the shinies, and we're going to be healing up before we do that because, well, we can never be too certain about these things, you know? I mean, Blah is only level 21, and I was thinking about using her. Him? I can't remember now. I think it's her. And, yeah, this thing is actually level 30. It's also a female, apparently, which, interesting. Alrighty then. Go get him, Blah. Go show them what you're made of, and since, well, we've already seen Gyarados before, so I already have one, we, gonna time skip, super speed this, and, do that fancy thing. I like how the animation for Confused Ray circles around Gyarados' stomach. Weird. Apparently its stomach is where its brain is kept. Well, go figure. Anyways, so yeah, there's plenty of rain going on in Dragon Rage. Okay, yeah, that's not so much fun. And I think maybe we got this one in the bag, and then yeah, people are gonna want my blood for that one. Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want the shiny Gyarados. I believe I've already said that many times before. We got ourselves a red scale, and that whole thing. I already have a Gyarados, so yeah. Alright, so who's this crazy red-headed guy? Well, it's not Zero. Apparently it's Lance. Well, I can only assume that this Lance has got to be yelling at the top of his lungs, seeing as how it's pitch black and raining outside. Like, a mysterious radio broadcast is coming from the souvenir shop. I'll be waiting for you in Mahogany. Where? Mahogany! Okay. Blah, what do you think of this? Well, yeah, I guess Blah would be happy about the rain, seeing as how it's half water type and all that, and enjoying the rain and swift swim and all that. Alrighty then. So yeah, we're not going through that fancy, messed up gatehouse that takes your money. No, we're not doing that. So yeah, this video is kind of long, so I can only say that anybody who's got faint of heart or is faint of stomach, or anybody who has a bedtime sometimes in the near future should preferably watch this video some other time. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, gonna have Machop out first. Now, I was going the right way, and then I went and I talked to this guy again. I couldn't really remember if I talked to him before, but yeah, I did. And so, yeah, now we're going inside the, not suspicious souvenir shop. Oh, God! That wasn't Hyper Beam, that was slam your head into that guy's stomach. I can only imagine if a Dragonite uses Hyper Beam on someone, I can't imagine that it'd be anything less than lethal. What was the point of that? You use it on a person? No, you don't do that. God, you're gonna kill the man. How are you doing, sir? Well, at least he's not dead. Alright, well that kind of works out. Arg! Shaking my fist very, very upsetly. Upsettedly. I think that's a word. Oh god, what's this? What's going on here with this Persian statue with the red eyes? Hello. Oh god! Red alert! Red alert! Explosion! Wait, what? Okay. Intruder alert. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess that works too. I thought the entire base was gonna explode into a, like there's gonna be a gas leak or something, and then it just explode. But now it's far less epic than that. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of these Persian statues here in the, I believe it already said, the Team Rocket base or something like that. And every time you walk in front of each one of them, count them, two Rocket Grunts will come out and fight you. They're not terribly difficult, and they're always the same exact two with the same exact Pokemon at the same exact levels with the same exact moves. They're identical is what I'm trying to say. Alright, so Zubat, not too much of a problem, especially not for Blah. Gonna zap him, and that's it. Critical hit. Oh, yeah, see, that's where Charge Beam doesn't really work so well since I'm already done with this battle. Grr. Yeah. Yeah, I would be pretty upset with that if I was you, too, if you had a crappy Drowsy and a Zubat. There's a fancy thing that they came out with. It's called Evolution. I'm not sure if you heard of it, but it's helpful. Alright, this guy's also got a Zubat, and I don't much care for them, but, yeah, well, except for mine. But no, he's now Golbat, so I suppose I could say that in some sort of form. It's strange like that. Anyway, Alright, so while we're taking out this Grimer, gotta get to those fancy shoutouts. The Mind production says my favorite moment of Pokemon was when I tried to be my favorite Pokemon, Charizard, and running around my front yard pretending to be like it. You know, that reminds me of a time when I was at my cousin's friend's house, and he tried to convince us that there was a secret evolution of Charizard called Charcoal. I don't really remember the specifics, but it reminded me about, you know, that story reminded me of that because we were hanging around his backyard when he told us this. And it also reminds me of the tons of old Pokemon rumors in the first generation, like the Pokegods and Pika-Blue. Who remembers Pika-Blue? Meryl. I remember that somebody on my bus downloaded a picture of Meryl from somewhere and then showed it to everybody. I mean, you know, printed it out and showed it to everybody, and he was like, look, it's Pika-Blue, and everybody was like freaking out, like, oh my god, Pika-Blue's real. Anyway, as you can see, I walked in front of that Persian statue, but nothing seemingly happened. Well, I basically time-skipped the entire battles, because, well, we've already seen them before, and there's really no point for me to put them in again. Yes, I am feeling lucky, punk. Explosives? Well, there's those explosives that I was hoping for. But yeah, they're gonna be used against me, so that's not so much fun. I'm pretty sure that they're not explosives. I could be wrong, though. I think there might be explosives in the floor that actually send you back to the beginning of this base. But if you step on certain spots, they will activate wild Pokemon battles. But yeah, I have no interest in walking over those, so yeah, we're not doing that. Completely ignoring the fact that I've been in a battle this whole time, but this guy pretty much just has all Rattatas, and it was easy pickings for Machop. And a level up. So yeah, you know, that guy's story, you know? Just exactly like I said a while back, you know, I was kind of hoping that the stories that I was hearing would, you know, jog my memory and let me rant on and run on into my own stories, so yeah. Alright, so another Persian statue. Healing up beforehand, though. So yeah, I figure I might as well just do that one fancy thing. Not shoutouts, but I wanted to get to the very last bit of information for the game, and this bit was put in because, well, Machop is learning himself, Wrestling, I should say, learning himself a new move, Revenge. Very interesting move. If you go second, or, I mean, I think it actually is a decreased priority move because it always seems to go very slowly. For me. And so, yeah, if you get hit, then the power doubles to 120. Pretty badass. So basically, like, you know, it's sort of like Focus Punch. I don't think it does as much damage. Anyway, so yeah, Hyper Potion right there. Those are very fancy, but not really useful just yet, because my Pokemon don't really have that much HP. So yeah, the sales. This is going to be the last bit, finally. Sales in Japan, the game sold over 1.48 million units within the first 2 days of release, topping the Japanese sales chart that week. Within 2 weeks, the games have sold a combined total of over 2 million units. By December 18th, 2009, the game's Japanese sales totals had surpassed 3.22 million. In Australia, over 0.05 million units sold in 1 week, which I can assume is 50,000. In the United States, the games managed collective sales of 1.73 million in their first month, with the SoulSilver version collecting 1.01 million, and the HeartGold selling 0.76 million units. So that's interesting. People seem to prefer SoulSilver over HeartGold. I don't know why. They are crazy. That's why. I couldn't really, you know, that's what distracted me. I heard that I picked up an item and I didn't really remember what it was. The combined sales of the two games made them the highest selling games of March 2010. As of May 6, 2010, the game sold 8.40 million units worldwide. The games reached 10 million sales worldwide by the end of July 2010. I don't know what's going on here. All of a sudden I can't read stuff. Anyway, alright, so if you notice on the left side there was like a patch of like orange and black spots. Yeah, that's basically where the wild Pokemon and the explosives are. There's basically like a random chance, like as if it were grass or something, you know, random chance of something happening. But I didn't really feel like doing that, because I don't think there's very interesting Pokemon there. I think it's like Voltorb and Grimer and just, you know, generic rocket stuff. So, no, not doing that. Scientist Greg. Interesting. Well, just like any good scientist, he has himself a fancy Magnemite. This is not really a great matchup for Fluffer, but I will indeed paralyze him, apparently. And then he's going to paralyze me. That's just great. Yeah, thanks for that. Fireball, I think it's time to go get him. With Flame Wheel. Bam. Super speed in that. Take it down. Alright, Fluffer leveling up. Fireball getting some EXP. Then another Magnemite coming out and Fluffer back out again and woo. Alright then, getting weird. So yeah, gonna have Machop out as well because, well, I remember that Steel is indeed weak to fighting! Oh crap, that was, yeah, that's kind of close there. Whoop, okay then, Super Potion saving the day. Sonic Boom, how dare you? Go with your stuff and come on, wrestling, yeah! Alright, take him down for the 1, 2, 3. And another Magnemite. Wow, this is, I didn't see that coming at all. That's such a big surprise, you know? I thought he was going to use a Ho-Oh or something. Anywho. Alright, so another Super Potion saving. Oh, for God's sake, quit it with your... Well, why do they have to have such annoying moves? Oh, see? There we go. Alright, making use of Revenge. I see. Yeah, I think he sees that I am indeed very, very, honest and true and forthcoming about my Pokemon battling, and I very much care for Pokemon, and I will take you down. Alright, so this is a bit late, but the scientist basically says that, well, if you come over here and press this button on this, like, this conveniently placed red flashing button on a laptop right next to him, then that will turn off all the Persian statues, but I already activated all of them. Well, that's because I wanted the EXP, so, you know, I didn't want to pass that up. No, certainly not. I think, actually, if you turn them off, you actually can turn them back on. I'm not sure if that applies to the ones that you've already tripped, but pretty sure. Oh, yeah, I used a Paralyze Heal. I didn't use it on my other Pokemon. I think that was Fluffer, because I remembered that once you come down here, Lance completely heals all of your Pokemon. Whoops. Fluffer, what do you have to say about this? He's holding something. Oh, well, yeah, sure, why not? Alright, then what is it? The Determination. Yeah, I didn't know you could hold something like that, but sure, why not? Fluffer, what do you actually think about this? Alrighty then. Yeah, see, Fluffer knows about the danger going on here. Oh, that was another thing. I actually did find out sometime later that the reason why Pokemon would not want to give up something that they're holding, or they'd get mad at you if you try to take it, is if you do not have the fashion case yet. So until you get the fashion case, you can't really take items off of your Pokemon. Venonat! Alrighty then, another throwback to the first gen. And yeah, another throwback to Super Speed. Alright, so another shout out. Soren Berthelsen 96 says, I remember my friend and I tried to make our own Pokemon cards. After a while, though, the whole school knew about it. Some thought it was a great idea, my friend and I. Some were angry about it because they only wanted the real Pokemon to be there. And some thought it was silly and just didn't care. So we stopped, sad face. Well, that's kind of, you know, children can be so cruel. Children can be so cruel. Alrighty then. So, yeah, apparently there's no way to go there. Interesting. It's voice activated. Well, I'm not terribly certain my voice will work, but, you know, I could try it. Hey, how you doing? My name's Playing with Mui, aka Anthony. I'm trying to get through this door. And then it opens, and then I freak out. Alright. So, Team Rocket Grunt. He's got a Golbat! Well, I think we've already seen one of these because, well, I have one. You can see that in the bottom there with the fancy title. Anyway, alright. So, another shout out. Why not? So I did actually find that, well, you know, the previous shout out, I did kind of find that a little mean. I know something about making my own kind of cards, you know. I do like trading cards. And, like, being able to make your own trading cards, it's just an awesome feeling, I gotta say. Alright, so. Yeah, he lost. That's usually what happens when all your Pokemon faint. You lose. Let's see. Sonic Obsessed 191 says, my most memorable Pokemon moment is when I had a seizure in that one episode with the flashing lights happy face. I'm not 100% sure I believe that story, to be honest, because, well, you would actually have to download the episode itself. Yeah, I think we already learned this, Lance. God, you're a little slow there. Interesting. Okay, then. So, there's a password to open up that door that we just saw, and there's another password to open up the place where the guy is that knows the password to the first door. This is getting very complicated. Alright. So, you're running up here. There's a couple of rockets. Well, a scientist and a rocket. And, I don't know what I'm doing here. He used to work for the Silph Co. Man, Silph Co is just legendary, I must say. Especially in Super Smash Bros. 64, you know, you battle on top of the Silph Co building. Pretty awesome. Alright then. So, let me see. Yeah, so you would actually have to download the episode and, like, put it in full screen. And then have the lights down. And, like, have your face really close to the screen for you to actually, you know, have a seizure off of that. You know, I seriously doubt that he's actually seen this because, well, it hasn't actually come out in, you know, America or any other country besides Japan. Ever since then, like, that episode has been banned, and more banned. Alright, then. So, surfing on this coughing. I don't know what the heck assurance is. I think I meant to look that up, and then I didn't. You know what? Why don't I just go ahead and do that right now? Because I can conveniently do that. Eventually. Kind of going a little slow here. Assurance! And yeah, somebody actually thought it was funny the last time I looked something up and they could hear me type. Haha, I'm typing. Ho. Alright then, so, what was it? Takedown. Yeah. Blah, not really such a physical attacker. A lot more suited to special attack. So yeah, takedown wasn't really such a great idea. Assurance! Inflicts damage and will deal double damage if the target has already received damage on the turn it is used. Oh, I see. Interesting. There's a power of 50, and so it doubled to 100. Say if you got confused or something. Interesting. Or, you know, there's actually a whole slew of things that can happen for you to get damaged. But anyway, like being poisoned and all that. Alright then, so Seismic Toss going to take him out for 22 HP. Well, that's going to do more than half. Alright then, so, where was I? Bowser 10018 says my favorite memory of Pokemon, ... Oh, I remember! When I was, I don't know, 7 or 8, I collected Pokemon cards, and I remember on Christmas I pulled a Charizard EX out of a pack. I still have it, smiley face. My favorite Pokemon is Rayquaza. Gloom! First Gloom of the playthrough, I totally missed that. I wasn't really paying attention. So sorry. I actually just, I feel so stupid to say this, but I actually just noticed something about Gloom. The fact that it's just an oddish with wilted leaves and a weird brown thing on its head and its eyes closed. It's basically just a big oddish that just looks a little different. Yeah, that's me for you. Always noticing obvious things. Thank you, Captain Obvious. And we got TM49 Snatch. Not too interested in that move, so not happening. There was one thing I was going to look up. What was that one thing? I was reading it. Wasn't I reading stuff? Oh, yeah. Pokemon. Charizard EX. When I looked up this, or when I looked at this favorite Pokemon memory, I was looking at it and I was thinking, man, has this guy ever heard of, you know, the base set Charizard? You know, that thing is legendary. You know, it's got tons of HP and can do an attack that has 100, you know, that does 100 damage. Then I looked up Charizard EX, and this thing can do 200 damage. And I'm just thinking, whoa, okay. That blows, you know, base set Charizard out of the water. Alright then. So, another password. We got the first password from that female Rocket Grunt. She said it was Slowpoke Tail. Blech. Then apparently the other password, since you need 2, is Raticate Tail. Double bleh. What's up with that? What is with these guys and, like, loving, you know, tails and cut them off? Not weird. Anyway. Alright. So this... Oh, it's got a Ditto! Ditto! First Ditto of the playthrough. I'm pretty sure, though. Wasn't 100% sure when I was, like, editing this video. I wasn't positive if this was the first Ditto I ran into. But anyway, I decided not to cut it out because Ditto's just such a fun Pokemon. Well, except when it screws you over, you know. Alright then, so I'm making it very, very hard for Ditto to transform into my Golbat. Confusing him, and... Oh, there he goes. And using Fly. So, very, very low chance that this may or may not happen. Whack into that purple jelly-like creature. I think he might have a chance now. Oh, yep, there he goes. Yep, he's Golbat. He's Golbat. I do think it's a little interesting. Oh, what the? Hey! You're not allowed to do that. I do think it's a little interesting how, even though, it's a Golbat, the name is Ditto. I don't know. I just find that kind of cool. So, yeah, now I'm going to fly on you, jerkface. How could he have done that much? What the? Oh, I was going to say, I thought he just did it too. And how come he went faster than my Golbat? He's supposed to have the exact same stats as my Golbat. Anyways. I mean, it's supposed to alternate between, like who goes first, because they have the same exact speed. But, yeah, I guess it all worked out in the end. X Special, another one of those sell-in things that I like to sell. And a protein, another one of those things that I could possibly sell or use. Who knows? Think about these things. Okay, so running. Golbat flapping behind me. Oh, Golbat, you are quite the crazy giant-mouthed weirdo. Oh, that's it. Team Rocket HQ, that's what it says. Can't remember if I mentioned this before. I probably did. How freaky Golbat looked in the first generation with his tongue, like, giant tongue, just, like, swinging out of its mouth and, like, saliva, like, flying off the tip. Weird. And I don't really think I noticed that rocket there. He sort of looked like he blended in. Well, apparently he has to eliminate a kid. Wow. Team Rocket, you are quite the dastardly evildoers. And, well, here's something that's not dastardly or evil. Another shout-out. Niflani says, in my first Pokemon card pack, there was a Latios or Latios, and I traded it for a Ingcrodont. Okay? I can only assume that he means that he traded the actual booster pack for a card or another booster pack that had a Crawdont in it, and the one that he had originally had a legendary in it. Wow. That actually sucks. I would be pissed off too. Komoro Amnesia says, great moment. My friend had a Game Boy Color and Pokemon Silver. We played it all the time, but never got past Sudowoodo, because we didn't know how. My favorite Pokemon could be Sneasel. Everyone asks me why First Evolution. Well, I'm unique, so I prefer First Evolution. To be honest, when I heard that Sneasel was getting... Like, I love Sneasel, okay? Sneasel's just an awesome Pokemon. What the? Oh, no. Well, that's awfully convenient that he's here. I do notice, though, in this, the remakes, that your rival pops up a lot more than he does in the original. Like, he does not appear here. Alright, then. Well, if you... Hey, what the... You came to me, then you get mad, and then you shove me out. You know what? Get out of here. Ultra Ball. Alright. When I heard that Sneasel was getting an evolution, I was really excited about it. Then I looked at how Weavile looked, and I was like, this doesn't look so great. I don't know. I just think Sneasel looks a lot better than Weavile. Anywho's. Alright, so we got Thief now. Another interesting move. One of those moves that can take away opponent's items, though only for the battle. That's it. No, actually, stealing forever. At least I think! I could have sworn I read something about being able to steal the AI's items and steal them forever. And then they fixed that in the 5th generation. Okay. So Master Chief 3683 says my favorite Pokemon is Darkrai, because he looks kind of cool. This is very descriptive, I must say. Wow. Okay, so the door is closed and we are entering some passwords, of course, saying them. Slowpoke Tail, Eradicate Tail! Who's this weirdo with the brim hat? That's not... What the... I don't know. Giovanni! Holy crap, it's Giovanni! It's the leader of Team Rocket. Oh, God. What the... Oh, it's not Giovanni. Okay, then. I'm not so freaked out anymore. It's just some weirdo with purple hair. Okay. The password is Hail Giovanni. Okay. That certainly doesn't have any sort of Nazi connotations to it at all. No, certainly not. God, this guy looks weird. Look at how lanky and sleepy-faced and purple hair this guy is. It almost looks like his purple hair is balding. Anywho, we're going to have to take care of this Team Rocket executive, Petrel. This is the second one we're facing so far. Very interestingly. I believe I mentioned, though, that there are 4. And the reason why it didn't seem like there was 4 in the original games was because they all had the same exact name and sprite. Well, except for the female one. There actually was a female Rocket Executive sprite. So it almost seemed like there was only 2. But there's actually 4. Okay. And Arton911 says, Dark Tyranitar is great. Or Darkrai. See, this is like the thing that I did not want. From people to, you know, say their favorite Pokemon or their favorite memory. Like, actually give it description. Don't just say, like, oh, yeah, I like Darkrai. It's great. Okay. So this guy's Zubat is done. Couldn't handle the fury of my Golbat. Unfortunately, bats in video games is confused. But he's going to send a Confuse Ray to this coughing. Taking you down, Jerkface, Jerk Dougal. I went there. And he's hit... No, he's not hit himself. Assurance. Oh, see, now that's... Like, if bats in video games actually would have hit himself, that probably would have done a lot more. Okay, then. He flinched. Why did... Oh, yeah, I used Bite. Wow, I'm not even paying attention. Alright, guys, my video, and I'm not even paying attention. Great. And Pillow676, my favorite Pokemon would have to be Sudowoodo. Okay, then. Ultimate Kirby fan says my best memory was joining a Pokemon forum and getting actively involved by writing movesets and full analyses. Interesting. And I have different favorite Pokemon for each tier. Wow, this guy's very much into the competitive battling scene. In the Uber tier, his favorite is Kyogre. In the Overused, his favorite is Togekiss. For Underused, it's Azumarill. For never used, it's Ampharos, and not fully evolved is Pichu. Interesting. And now we got Eradicate. Oh no, Eradicate! It looks so scary! Well, not really so much as compared to the first generation. Holy crap! Oh, this is gonna hurt. Bam! And it's super effective. Yeah, I pretty much saw that coming. Bye-bye. Alright, wrestling, getting some... Oh, level up. I was gonna say decent EXP, but wow, he actually got a level up off of that. I was surprised. And that's it for Executive Petrel. Yeah, Giovanni, please forgive me, even though you're not even here and probably can't even hear me. Yeah. Alright then. There, Giovanni has been missing. Interesting. Wahahaha. Oh, God. Well then. Oh, I love it. I love that. He just runs right into the wall. Oh, no. Hey, look, it's a Murkrow. Cool. That thing's just like a parrot in the way that it can mimic voices. How convenient is this? Plot twists and plot devices and all that. So yeah, this Murkrow conveniently, I'm just gonna spoil it, conveniently runs all the way back to the radio transmitter room where it runs around and, you know, keeps repeating, Hail Giovanni, and whatever voice Petrel has, because I'm not even gonna go there, man. He's probably gonna messed up voice, man. Who knows, he might even have like a chain smoker voice, you know. Anywho. Alright, so making sure that my Pokemon are nice and healed up, because I was pretty sure of what happens, you know, sometime soon. Let's see, while we're chasing this fancy Murkrow, Mankalore says, my favorite Pokemon memory was getting into a huge discussion with my friends about how the people in the show get their meat. Doesn't anyone else want to know that? Wow, that's just, yeah. I think I read something about that on Bulbapedia, about how, like, it's implied by, like, the Pokedex entries that Pokemon do, in fact, like not explicitly, but it's insinuated that they do eat other Pokemon for meat. And yeah. So, yeah. Oh, what the? Somebody's yelling! Hey, look, it's the, that one female Rocket Executive that I was talking about earlier. How convenient is that? Okay, well, you know what? We'll have to just do a double battle here. Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, hey, look! Backup has arrived! Oh, Dragonite's ready to go. How ironic was that sentence? You know, she comes in with a second person and then says, oh, you had an accomplice? Where's your sense of dignity? It went out the window, lady, once you appeared. God, they have 5 Pokemon between the 2 of them. God's sake. Interesting. Love Lance's picture, though. He looks totally badass. Though his hair looks pink. Dragonite just looks nothing badass. No, I'm sorry. God, it's level 40, though, so I'm not going to be saying anything to its face. No, certainly not. Especially not when it hyper beams people at point-blank range. And I mean people. Anywho's, so this thing's going to be using Fly. Didn't I just use... Oh, I was going to say, I thought bats in video games used Fly, too. That would have been pretty awesome. Now, originally, in the original games, you would only battle the female rocket executive who had no name, but here she's named Ariana. Oh, great. Yeah, just paralyze my Golbat. You know, just target my Pokemon, not his. Oh, good. You know, target my Pokemon and not his. But anyway, that's because there was no double battle mechanic until Generation 3. So you would only battle Ariana, and Lance would battle the crappy Team Rocket grunt who has the Drowsy. Alright then, so badass EXP for bats in video games. Now you can basically just hang back and let Lance do all the work. Or you could actually do stuff, which is convenient because that makes the battle end faster. Alrighty. So, let's see, Hyper K0 says, my best memory about Pokemon was discussing with my friend how to catch the Reggies. At that time, almost nobody knew about it, and discovering them and catching them together was just epic. My favorite Pokemon is Pelipper. Pelipper FTW. Pelipper is very... How should I say this? Useless? Yeah, I totally went there. I don't really find Pelipper that great of a Pokemon. It's 4 times weak to Electric. It's nowhere near as good as Gyarados, but you know, to each their own. I mean, look what I'm using. I'm using a Skiploom, and Ledian, and Golbat, I guess. Oh, look, we're both doing Fly. Haha, cool. All right then, whack. That's 1 Fly, and. Oh, come on! I just healed my friggin' Golbat! Screw you! 2nd Fly! Wham! You know? Like, 2nd bombs away on something. I can't really think of what it is. Anyway. Level up for bats in video games! Getting level 24. I think I might switch him out, though. Because that would be pretty interesting. Oh, Murkrow! Holy crap, that thing's kind of high level, too. I wonder if that Murkrow that ran by was hers, or if this is a completely different Murkrow altogether. Gobla! Teach this Murkrow a lesson about being a snitch, I guess. Sort of. Unconsciously, but yes, doing it. Oh, God! I think that just might do it here. Yeah, that did it here. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, I completely forgot that I was going to mention the thing about, like, getting their meat. Like, in the anime or in the show, they do actually show them eating meat, but it's not implied, like, where they actually get it from. Which is kind of scary. Oh, I used Surf, and then I was like, screw it, I don't care if I hit my partner. Oh. Okay, and then I hardly did... Wow, God, I did hardly anything to Gloom, and then I did even less to Dragonite. Oh, good, and Mega Drain hits both of us. Yeah, great. No! Blah, I have failed you. No. This was not meant to happen, I swear. That's it, Fireball. It's time to go get him. Alrighty. So we are not messing around with this. What the? Oh, wait, what? I was gonna say, what am I using an Ice Heal for? Okay, I wanted to make sure that Blah indeed got some EXP off of this for its undying undying service and devotion to the cause. We're just gonna call this the cause and not get into any specifics. Alrighty. So I guess I might as well just do one more. DJ FTW. Sten says, for my favorite Pokemon related moment, probably when I was forcing my childhood friend to play Pokemon Red because I still didn't have it. Later, I got it from my parents and I only caught Kakunas and tried to evolve them making loud noises. I'm not 100% sure of what he's trying to say here. I can only imagine somebody playing their Game Boy and like getting their Kakunas to evolve and going, evolve! Evolve already! Come on! I don't know if that's what he meant by loud noises, but it certainly seems like it. I like how Lance and Dragonite are like moving independently from each other. You know, this is another one of those fancy examples of, you know, technology just coming so far. You can move 2 sprites individually and not have them move in the same place. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Lance actually said that he was hanging back in the battle. Well, like I said, you can actually just literally do nothing. And his Dragonite will just do everything, because it's level 40. Oh, okay, I super sped this, because we've already fought an Electrode. And I figured, oh no, why do it again? I could have used Dig, yeah, oh no. We're gonna, yeah, okay. Making sure we take them out. Okay, thank God. Whew! Man, those electrodes, they are very fast. And apparently so is this video. Yeah, I was thinking about Swift. And I was thinking, well, I can't get rid of Cut, and I think I still want Leer, so yeah, I didn't want to get Swift. Not too much of a fan of Swift. Not too much interest in Swift. Not really thinking too hard about Swift, so I just didn't learn Swift, and that was a time skip. Okay, so that's enough about Swift. And I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, I got paralyzed in the last battle. Okay, interesting. So Fireball all ready to go, and this is the last one, and another time skip. Okay, so just like that, we're done. How you guys doing? That odd signal is finally stopped. Okay. Oh, what is it? What is it? Give me free things! It's HMO5! What is it? What is it? What is it? It's Whirlpool! Holy crap! Now we can totally get past whirlpools that are blocking our way. I'm not terribly excited about this. Alright. Especially the fact that it's an HM and it's really a weak attack. In the 5th generation, they actually made it a lot more powerful and made it so it actually hits more often. Something like that. But yeah, the 5th generation, a lot of moves got like buffs, basically. They're pretty more awesome now. Yes, very awesome, fun time stuff. Yes. Wow, that's a weird looking antenna. God. So that's what was behind that tree. Well, Fireball seems to be feeling great, so I guess everything's back to normal. So that's it for Team Rocket. And that's it for this part of the SoulSilver playthrough. Join me in part 28. We'll be doing more stuff in Mahogany Town. There's pretty much one thing left to do, and I'll just let you all guess what that is. Fireball, what do you have to say about this? Even though I'm pretty sure what he's going to say. Yeah, that's nothing at all. See you all next time.